Hello again, whiskey friends. We are back with another review. This one's going to be a little different, guys. It's actually not a whiskey. If you know me, I always talk about Foursquare being like some of the best rum on the market. And I kind of want to go through this, review it, taste it, and just really give you guys an honest opinion. Those who have yet to try a Foursquare rum, believe me when I tell you, I think you're missing out. So stay tuned. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like and subscribe. If you're not, just hang with me, taste through this. It's going to be fun. Can't wait. We're going to kick off the show. Cheers. Thanks, guys, for sticking with me. This is going to be fun. I really, really love their products. This is the newest release from Foursquare. I'll put this up there. It's called Foursquare Touchstone. Look at that color, though, on this rum, guys. Like, it's super, super dark. Give you a little descript on this one. It is a 14-year-old pot and column blend, 122 proof. It doesn't say cash strength, but I don't. Yeah, it doesn't say cash strength, but it is 122 proof. They do have some lower offerings in terms of proof points. I tend to gravitate towards the higher proof ones that they do. And every Foursquare that I own, I have, I think, every release from 2004. I think they do 2 a year, upwards to this one here. And they're all at least ex-bourbon. And sometimes they throw a secondary cask in there. This one being ex-bourbon and ex-cognac. And out of all the ones that I have, this is the first time I think I've seen a cognac. I know I don't own any, and they had a couple releases prior to what I have currently, but never seen a secondary cognac finish. Did pop it, believe about a week and a half ago, and had a quick sip to kind of get like a initial thought on it. And I know it was good then. Anxious to see how it is. Got a little air in it. See if it changed at all. But yeah, let's pop this open, guys. Gonna pour a little bit in there. And hopefully this review changes some people's minds on rum, because I don't say it lightly, man. Like, this stuff is like unbelievable typically. I had a couple batches that were not my thing. There was one in particular had like a secondary Zinfandel finish, and I'm not big on like Zinfandel wine, but everything else, the sherries, the Madeiras, the ports, cognac, they all been bangers. And full transparency, I sent blinds to numerous YouTubers and friends, being like finish themed, and mixed up a rum in there. And I want to say it won at least 75% of the blinds. Not even just like they liked it. It beat everything else out. And it was going against like finished bourbons, like cigar blends and stuff like of that caliber, like really, really good whiskey. And this holds its own. It almost comes across, from what I remember from all the other ones, as kind of like a light whiskey. So if you like finished light whiskeys, those bull runs, like stuff similar to that, I think you're going to actually dig some Foursquare, so we're going to get in, guys, on the nose. Cheers. There's no denying it. It's definitely something different. It doesn't come across as bourbon, so I don't want to say that, but it does have that light whiskey vibe. Literally that MGP light whiskey that's finished. You can certainly mistake it. I know I mistaked a couple rums in the past for light whiskey. Now I kind of developed a better palate in a sense to pick up rum, but this stuff's so sweet. Like, if you're not familiar with rum, it's made from sugarcane, and you get like all that sweet sugar on the nose with lovely oak. It's 14 years old, so you're definitely going to get a lot of oak presence, and you can see by the color, or you can even see by hair. It's dark, so it definitely has a lot of barrel influence. And it's double barreled, ex bourbon, ex cognac, just lovely nose, just oak, vanilla, sweetness. Got some spice in there. At 122 proof, it's gonna be a little proofy, but it's not overpowering on the nose by any means. It's not ethanol forward at that proof point, which is lovely. Let's get in for a taste, guys. Cheers. Oh my God. Burnt sugar, caramel, oak, vanilla, just super sweet but spicy. Literally like just sweet and spicy. You get over the front of the palate, you're getting all that sugar, that vanilla, that oak. Then it transitions from mid to back with just like a lovely spice that's not too strong. It doesn't come across overpowering at all. It's just I gotta get it again, guys. This thing has me like talking backwards. It's oh man. On second sip, now I'm getting a little bit of, it's almost like chocolate Rolos, that candy, like that chocolate covered caramel. Oh, but the oak is just so lovely on this. You get a slight, and when I say slight, I really mean slight, drying aspect at the far end of the palate, like all the way at the back. But it's very minimal. But all that flavor just sits there on the back of your throat, inside of your cheeks. I can sit there and just, run my tongue across the inside of my cheeks, and I'm just picking up all that flavor again. Like this is ridiculous. Oh my goodness. One more sip, guys. Yeah, I can sit there and just drink this all day. Oh my goodness. I'm curious how this would make like some type of rum cocktail, because all the flavors that are in this bottle are just absolutely ridiculous. Really be curious to see how that goes with a cocktail, or even on the rocks. To kind of cool it down maybe in the summer. But this right here, it does wake you up. It does have that Kentucky hug that we say with bourbons, right? It warms you up nicely, but at that proof point, it's like literally like a perfect proof point. It's not too hot. It's not too easy to drink. Rolls over the tongue nice. It's viscous. Like you can see the legs on the rum probably on this glass. And this is 14 years old. I will say though, I don't pick up much of the cognac influence. Like it almost comes across as slightly like a sherry influence versus cognac to me. But I don't get the sherry on the nose. I get a slight cognac vibe on the nose, but more sherry on the palate, which is interesting. Yeah, but this is ridiculous. I have a few other batches that are really good. This may be one of my favorites. Actually, I know it's in my top 3, which I may do another video, guys, depending how this goes. And let me know if you want me to do it. I can do 3 of my favorites, blind them, and just see which one, comes on top. But this bottle is absolutely ridiculous, guys. If you do see a Foursquare, I highly recommend you just giving it a try. or just reach out to me and I can get some in your hands. But it's definitely worth exploring. Like it's not like those Bacardi rums, like those cheap, 80 proof things. This is like the perfect rum for a bourbon drinker, to help bridge that gap, because it kind of comes across that, and they're all bourbon, they're ex bourbon barrels, so you do get a big bourbon influence, on top of that secondary cast that they tend to do with some of their offerings. I'm going to pull up a slide, guys, so you can see how this ranked within our spreadsheet. And if you watched my last video, which was the Michter's 10 for 2023, and how much I raved about that bottle scored an 87. As you can see, this bottle scored an 88. It just scored slightly above that, and 88 is with the best stuff that we've tasted. We've had maybe less than 5 bottles that scored in the 90s. So as you can see, nose, look at all the nines, guys. Nose on the flavor, the depth, palate, flavor, mouthfeel, all nines. Mid palate slightly dropped off with an 8, then a bunch of 9s again. Like, this thing is absolutely killer. I can't really talk too much more on it, right? It's just that good. If you see it, granted, it's about $130. It's a little pricey, but in my opinion, it's a buy every single time. Like, I would buy multiples of this bottle. It's that good, but thank you guys for tuning in. I hope, slightly educated you a little bit in terms of Foursquare, man. It's definitely worth getting. If you see it out there, give it a try. Let me know what you think. If you had them, let me know what you think as well. We're going to end the show with some tunes from whiskychannel.com. Till next time, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe.
Jeff, just be friends with me. But you have these whiskey friends, and you say hello again. Oh, Jeffrey, you